Hey there, amazing people. I'm thrilled to have you here today. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into Eduardo Kobra. Carlos Eduardo Fernandes Léo, born August 27, 1975, in São Paulo, Brazil, known as Eduardo Kobra, nicknamed Kobra, is a street artist who officially began his career in 1987 at 11 years old, in his hometown of São Paulo. Since then he has painted over 3,000 murals on 5 different continents. Some of these murals are commissioned while others are his original, raw ideas. Kobra now works with a team of artists who paint between 2 and 4 murals each month. To this day Kobra continues to live and work in his hometown of São Paulo. Brace yourself for an enlightening exploration of early life as we dive into its profound implications. Eduardo Kobra grew up in São Paulo, Brazil's largest city. His father was a weaver and his mother was a housewife. He attended public school at Escola Municipal Mauricio Semo. He did not get any official academic training, but became a well-known, self-taught artist. Before he started his official art career, he enjoyed illegally tagging walls, which eventually led to several arrests throughout his teenage years. In the upcoming portion, we'll be dissecting career to gain a comprehensive understanding of its implications. Eduardo Kobra was influenced by both modern and contemporary artists all around the world. He was specifically influenced by muralists such as Banksy, Keith Haring, and Diego Rivera. His artwork is highly research-driven. He rooted his artworks in art history by painting famous artworks in his own style in hopes of not only inserting himself into history but also bringing awareness to São Paulo as a town. He researched the science behind human vision, architecture, urban space, and tri-dimensional projects because he wanted to understand how to effectively paint in order to give his viewer a specific experience. Due to the realism of his murals and the 3D design of his work, the viewer is often confused because the human eye has a hard time differentiating between sculpture and painting on a flat surface. This confusion is his ultimate goal in his murals. Before painting a work that is site-specific, he researches the history and culture of the city in order to situate the art in a city conclusively. Eduardo Kobra uses his own technique when it comes to street art. This technique involves airbrush and spray paint. By using these two mediums, he is able to use immense detail, perfect aesthetic, and rich light and shadow to make his objects appear 3D. The main goal of his work is to provide a space for the public to interact with his art. He did not want the public to have to go to a museum to see art. He wanted it to be accessible to all, thus pushing back against the difference between high and low art. During his teenage years, Kobra ran with a well-known graffiti group known as Hip Hop in São Paulo, which was who he began experimenting with street art as a career. Either as Kobra made São Paulo the main site for contemporary street art. During this time, he began making posters for events that were held at the largest amusement park in Brazil, which was his first paid art job. The advertising he did for the amusement park was so successful that he began getting asked by other companies to produce advertisements for them. In the early years, Kobra created his Memory Walls project. The goal of this project was to transform the appearance of an urban space through the means of a piece of art while also bringing back the lost memories of the city. He incorporated old photos of São Paulo that he spread throughout the town, integrated within his trademark graffiti. This project was made up of smaller murals distributed throughout the city, telling the story of the history of São Paulo while also showing the stark contrast between past São Paulo and the present São Paulo. In total, he used 10,000 square feet of space distributed around the city to complete his project. In 2007, the media got a hold of this project and began waiting with anticipation for what his next project would be. In 2011, Kobra painted his first mural outside of Brazil in France. France invited him to come paint on a wall in a neighborhood on Lyon, France, that was revived. They wanted to remember this time in their history and show the process of their revival in hopes of never losing sight of what their neighborhood has been through. In 2017, Madonna invited Kobra to paint 2 murals at Mercy James Institute for Pediatric Surgery and Intensive Care in Malawi after she saw his Fight for Street Art mural, which depicts Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat. His career has continued as he is still a practicing artist, painting in different countries around the world. Our focus now turns to legacy, an important aspect of our discussion. In 2016, Kobra painted the then largest mural titled Ethnic Groups, which celebrated the 2016 Olympic Games. Then in 2017 he surpassed his own record when he painted a street mural that was 5,742 square meters. Kobra has worked for a number of large organizations and public figures such as Play Center, Beto Carrero World, Coca-Cola, Nestle, Chevrolet, Ford, Rock, Johnny Walker, Londis Kakisho and Carmen. With our foundation established, it's time to explore work and its relevance to our overarching theme. The following table lists Kobra's major works. Title: Location: Yeirauli, Portugal 2017, Dolly Murcia, Spain 2017, La Familia Monet Bowen-Samer, France 2017, Madela Malawi 2017, Riches of Street Louis São Luís, State of Mindho 2017, Gandhi Mumbai, India 2017, David Carrara, Italy 2017, Christ Tokyo, Japan 2016, Muddy Chicago, US 2016, We Are All One Ethnicities Rio de Janeiro, Brazil 2016, Bedouin Dubai, United Arab Emirates 2016, Let Me Be Myself and Frank Amsterdam, Netherlands 2016, Stop Wars Miami, United States 2015, The Legend of Brazil São Paulo, Brazil 2015, Looks at East Los Angeles, United States 2015, Hamlet Palm Beach, United States 2015, Gonzaga Recife, Brazil 2015, Great Bike Riding São Paulo, Brazil 2015, Club 27 São Paulo, Brazil 2015, Ziggy Stardust Jersey City, United States 2015, The Times They Are a Changin', Bob Dylan Minneapolis, United States 2015, Neil Armstrong Cincinnati, United States 2015, Marriott Mexico 2014, Rubinstein, Lodz, Poland 2014, Rationals São Paulo, Brazil 2014, The Thinker São Paulo, Brazil 2014, Alfred Nobel Boras, Sweden 2014, Muller Rome, Italy 2014, Fight for Street Art Brooklyn, United States 2014, O Candango Brasilia, Brazil 2014, Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. Miami, United States 2013, Ballet Dancer Moscow, Russia 2013, Abraham Lincoln Lexington, United States 2013, Oscar Niemeyer São Paulo, Brazil 2013, The Kiss New York, United States 2012-2016. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of analysis of individual artworks as we examine its impact and relevance. VJ Day in Times Square, 2012. Eduardo Kobra draws his inspiration for this work of art from Alfred Eisenstadt's famous photograph taken in 1945 in New York. Kobra takes this artwork and situates it in its original historical context by painting a scene below his depiction of Sailor Kissing Woman of Times Square in 1945, which was the same year this photo was taken. This artwork is a celebration of Japan's surrender to the Allies, ending World War II. The colorfulness of Kobra's final product gave the original photograph life in contemporary society. Oscar Niemeyer, 2013. Painted in 2013, this is one of Kobra's biggest and most well-known murals. He painted Oscar Niemeyer on one of São Paulo's busiest streets. This mural covers an entire side of the building and is 52 meters tall and took 40 days to complete. This mural depicts a famous Brazilian architect, Oscar Niemeyer, who passed away at the age of 104 in 2012 and is meant to honor his legacy. Abraham Lincoln, 2013. Kobra was invited to paint a mural of Abraham Lincoln in his home state of Kentucky in 2013. He took the infamous State of Lincoln, which stands in the National Mall in Washington, D.C., and overlaid his own style. He painted this mural on the outside of a theater which evokes Lincoln's death, but by using the statue that honors his abolition of slavery, the viewer is able to see how his influence has not died in the theater, but continues to live. Ono Candango, 2014. Painted in 2014, in Brasilia, Brazil. This mural honors all of the laborers who made it possible for Brasilia to be the capital of Brazil. Historically, the building of the capital is credited to the President Juscelino Kubitschek, who was the brain behind the Republic's new seat, which completely changed the economy of Brazil. What is often forgotten are the thousands of laborers who moved from all over the country to Brasilia to work for the government, enduring awful living conditions to make the capital of Brasilia possible. These were the individuals that Kobra believed needed to be honored, because without them the capital would not have been possible. Times they are a-changin'. 2015. Painted in 2015, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is a mural depicting Bob Dylan, native to Minnesota, in 3 distinctive phases of his life on the outside of a remodeled office building known as Housing New Economy Companies. Taking one of Bob Dylan's famous quotes such as this and proclaiming it on the outside of a building where everyone can see it depicts that the economy is changing, which changes the city as a Wolio has dopos stars of peace. 2015. Painted in 2015 in Los Angeles, California, this mural reminds the viewer that there is still hope in the depraved world. The mural depicts individuals who have given hope to the world throughout their lives and honors them. Some of the individuals depicted include Mother Teresa, John Lennon, Alfred Nobel, and Bob Marley. Let's now enter the realm of exhibitions and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. The following table lists Kobra's major exhibitions. Year, title, location, type 2009, Eduardo Kobra, Salon National des Beaux-Arts, Paris, France, Solo 2009, production panel 8th Architecture Biennale in São Paulo, Brazil, Group 2009, Urban Intervention in Painting in 3 Dimensions, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and Brasilia, DF, Brazil, Group 2009, Mural celebrating the birthday of São Paulo, Brazil, Solo 2010, First 3D Painting in Brazil, Patriarch Plaza, São Paulo, Brazil, Solo 2011, Mural UN, Biennial, São Paulo, Brazil, Group 2011, Wall, London, Roundhouse, London, UK, Solo 2011, Wall Lion, France, Solo 2011, History of the Complexo Duomo, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Group 2011, Paradise Art Gallery, and São Paulo, Brazil, Solo 2011, Green Pencil Vila Madalena, São Paulo, Brazil, Solo 2011, Sarasota Chalk Festival, Miami, US, Group 2011, Art Basel, Miami, US, Group 2012, PART Fair of Contemporary Art, Pao dos Artes, São Paulo, Brazil, Group 2013, Paulista Waller Avenue, Paulista near Metro Paradise, Solo 2014, The American Dream 1AM Gallery, San Francisco, CA, US, Solo 2015, Wall 5th Street and Hennepin Avenue, Minneapolis, Minnesota, US, Solo. Your feedback helps me improve, so please take a moment to leave a comment or review.